Look at here. Look at here. So what is the logic of positive or negative? So if your number is greater than 0, so you can simply say what number is positive. If your number is less than 0, so you can simply say what number is negative. So here you have to check two condition. First you have to take a variable integer a and take the input from the user. So first you have to print simply message. For better clarification, enter any number. Okay. Now you have to take the input from the user, percent of d and address of a. You have to provide here address. Come first. Now you take in the input from the user na. Look at here. You take the input from the user na. So in a variable you have to a number. Now after this you have to check. You have to apply here if condition and here check if a is greater than 0. If a is greater than 0, so you can simply print what? You can simply print what? A number is positive. If this condition is false, if this is the condition, if this condition is false, so we have to come in a what? We have to come in a else block. So in a else block, we simply printf what? Number is negative. This is the code negative. This is the code of positive and negative. So if you run this code, you can see here it will asking for user input. So you have to provide here 10. So it will print what? Number is positive. If you provide here minus 10, it will print what? Number is negative. Suppose this is the code. Suppose user provide 0, what will happen? Here this is the code of positive and negative. If user provide 0, what will happen? You have multiple option to handle this condition. You have multiple option handle this condition. So you can write simple like this. You have write here else if if you have to take one more condition. If user provide a equal to 0, user provide a equal to 0, to simply print the number is 0, because 0 is not a negative or not a positive. And you have to provide here what? You have to write here equal to 0. So you have to multiple option to handle this condition. Okay, getting that point now? Look at here. Look at what is the condition of even and odd. So if you have a number, if you have a number like this, if you have a number and if you divide with 2, if you divide with 2 and you got the 0, you got the 0, so it will if you divide this, so it will provide the quotient, not reminder. So you have to write here reminder. We have to reminder if number is 7, suppose number is 14, and divide by 2, module by 2, and reminder got 0 and equal to 0. So you can simply print what? Printf number is even. Okay, if if this condition is not true, we go in a else block, and here we simply print number is odd. So this is the code. So this is the condition. If you writing divide na, if you writing here divider, so it will provide the quotient. So this condition becomes false. This condition becomes false if you writing like this na, here this. So this condition becomes false because divide provide the quotient, but we want remainder. So that's why we are using this. Getting thus this is the code of this. Now look at here. Next is loop. We are going to learn loop. Now what is the loop and how it works? Prasad, what is the loop? Loop, loop. हाँ, LOOP loop. So look at here. Suppose this is the printf, and we have right here hello. Look at here. This is the printf, and we have to write here hello. But we want to write hello 10 times. We want to write hello 10 times. So we simply write here what? Again, simply print here hello. Again, simply print here hello. Getting? So we can simply write like this hello. But it will take less more time and more space. It will take more time and more space. And suppose you want to write a thousand of hello, how can we write? So if you work with mm, if you want to work in a sorry, what will happen? Wait a minute. If we write this condition, this statement multiple times, if we write this condition in multiple times, so we have simply using loop. So we simply write one time hello, and before this we simply write here for is the predefined keyword, and simply here write integer I starting from 1, and I is less than equal to 100. We want to print hello in 100 times. Now after this we write here I plus plus, and for in a for loop body we simply write simple loop. We simply write this loop. So it will print hello in 100 times. Okay, so you can run this, so it will print hello in a 100 time. Getting that point? Getting? So if you want to repeat multiple statements, so you have to put in a loop body. Getting that? Getting? So look at here. Now suppose uh, we will take a variable. We will take a variable integer a is equal to 5. Now I starting from 1, I starting from 0, and till go 10. Now here we simply write percent of d, percent of d multiply by again percent of d, and after this we simply write uh, a multiply by I. We simply write this. So you can see the output. Hmm? Return 0. What? No, no, it's totally up to you. You can some compilers takes return 0, and some compiler did not take. So it's totally up to you. Okay. So if we run this, you can see the table of 2. So it will print the table of getting. Now next is while loop. How while loop is work. So in a while loop, we will take the condition. This is the initialization I, and this is the loop I always less than equal to 10. Now after this we simply print percent of d and I. Now after printing e we simply increment I plus. So look at the syntax of while loop. So first we initialize the value I, and we check I is less than 10. If I is less than 10, we simply print I, means print 1, then increment I. Now this time I value becomes 2. So again check I, means 2 less than 10, this condition is true, again print 2, again increment. Now it will running. Okay, now it keeps going. Now last time I value becomes 11, and here check 11 is less than 10. No, this condition is false, so it will terminate the loop. Getting? So this is the syntax of while loop. Look at here, this is the syntax of while loop. So in a while loop we have to initialize here I value and check for condition, but and then print. And what is the difference between for loop and while loop? So look at here. So look at here. This is the difference between for loop and while loop. Look here. So here in a for loop body we have to initialize and check condition and increment in a single line. But in a while loop we have to initialize value here, and next line we have to check the condition and then increment. But in a for loop we have to apply all condition in a single line. So this is the difference between while and for loop. Getting? So both code are same. Both code are same. Both code are same. So simply you can printf percent of d. Now after this simply I. So both code are same. You can see for loop syntax and while loop syntax. So both code are same. If you have any doubt in for loop and while loop, anyone doubt in a for loop and while loop? If you have any doubt in for loop and while loop, now next is what? Next is switch case. Next is switch case. So look at here. If you are working with menu driven application na, so every time you have to use switch case. So here we take a variable int choice, you can take any variable, and here we take another variable integer a, sorry, a b c. Now we are making a, we are going to learn how to make a calculator using switch case. So look at here, we have simply print 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 3 for division, and 4 for multiplication, and 5 for exit. Now here we simply print what? Enter your choice. Now after this we provide switch, and first we take the variable scanf percent of d in a double quotes, percent of d, address of choice, address of choice. Now switch, switch is the predefined keyword, and switch spelling is mistake na, switch, and here it will take a variable choice, and we have to provide case 1. Case 1 was c is equal to a plus yeah, we can say case 1 is this na, so we have to provide printf enter first number. Now printf enter second number, and after this we take a scanf percent of d, address of a, scanf percent of d and address of b. We takes two number from the user in a case 1, and after this we will perform this operation. plus operation na. So we perform plus operation. Now after this we simply print what? Value of, means result of percent d. Result is mm, result is percent d. Now what the result is? C and slash n. This is the, not slash n, we cannot use slash n, and here so this is the for case 1. This is for a case 1. We are using here switch case. Now after this we simply write here break. Now copy this code and again print here case 2. What is the case 2? Our case 2 is subtraction. So you can write here this and then break. Again case 4. Case 3 is multiplication. You can write here 4, and here you provide what? Multiplication. Now case 3, case 4, division. So we can write here division, then break. Now case 5, our case 5 is what? Our case 5 is exit. So we simply return 0. We simply return 0 and then break. And we want to run this code again and again. So we have to simply write here while loop. While 1. While 1, if you are taking a non-zero number na in a Allen loop, so it will run infinitely. It will run infinitely. Okay. So after this, you have to write here. Now, if we have to take another condition default, if printf, if user provide any number, expect this. So you have to provide here message invalid. So this is the switch case of C programming. You can see